Good afternoon, guys. How's everyone doing on this grey, miserable day? Welcome to my channel, guys. Joey Barnett TV. I hope each and every one of you are having a good day. I hope you're all in the best of health, and I hope you're doing the best you can possibly do in life, guys. So, I haven't uploaded much content over the last few days because away from YouTube, I've got a very, very busy schedule. So yeah, I've been messing about with doing bits and pieces on my bike, my new toy, and I've also been doing some DIY around the house, things like fitting up new CCTV, because we had CCTV before, but it was a few years old, and we upgraded our CCTV. So yeah, I've been doing that front and back, and well pleased with it, guys. I recommend every single household should have CCTV for security reasons. And you know, for reasons of if you're not in your house one day and someone knocked on your door, you can speak to them through a phone. You haven't got to be nowhere near the house. You can ask them. You can leave messages. There's so much you can do on them. So yeah, I highly recommend that. Anyway, guys, I'm bringing this video to you with a little bit of sadness, to be totally honest with you. And the reason for that is my auntie Margaret, which I've done a video on recently. She's lost her husband and her two sons. She visits the her beloved grave at least once a week, every single week, and she has done for the last few years. She's always visiting her husband, and her two sons are buried in Little Hampton Cemetery. Now, this morning I was round the back garden fixing my CCTV up on the wall, and I heard someone pull up outside the front. You know, I didn't really take much notice, but my missus went out there to see who it was, and it was Auntie Margaret. And she was crying her eyes out, literally. She was breaking down crying. And I tried to comfort Margaret and I asked her what was the matter. And she said to me she'd just come back from the cemetery, like she normally does. And a few wreaths and a few flowers have actually been stolen from the grave. So there's a few crosses on the grave, which are made out of wood, and you put flowers in. I'm actually going to put the thumbnail on this video to show you what I mean. But yeah, there's the grave is visited very regularly, and new flowers are put down. And Margaret went in this morning and noticed that all the flowers are gone, the crosses are gone, and it left her in a bad way. It left her in a very bad way. And I'll tell you what I want to say about this, guys, because it really does get my goat up. This is the most despicablest fucking crime you could ever think about. It's, you know, you're thieving off of the dead. That's what you're doing, and you're causing so much heartache and pain to those what are left behind, to those that are picking up the pieces and trying to get on with their lives, you know. And they go around to visit their sons and their husband's grave, and you know, don't expect things to go missing. And this is what's happened, and Margaret is in a very, very bad way. So just going to put this little message out just to let everyone know that, you know, this is what's going on in today's society. You have actually got. Sorry, I'm so dumbfounded. I've actually got to try and get it out quick before I forget. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, it's how can you rob off of the dead? It's despicable, and I honestly believe, you know, look, karma will get to them people, and you know, they're never going to enjoy their Christmas. They're never going to enjoy themselves knowing that they've stolen off of someone dead, and you know, they've stolen flowers off of a gravestone. This is not the first time I've heard this type of thing. So Mark goes out to Margaret, and yeah, I'll be ringing her later on and make sure she's all right. But she's in a bit of a bad way. I'm not pointing the finger at absolutely no one for this, because it could have been anyone. It could have been a stranger. It did enter our mind that the wind could have took it, but this cross, what got stolen, well, actually there's a few of them what's been stolen. They're too heavy. They're planted to the ground, so they're made out of timber, and you'd actually have to lift them off the ground, and it'd be a bit of a job. Do you know what I mean? One of them ones. So it's not that makes it even worse. That, you know, it's not the wind was took it. It's actually someone was done it out of spite. Now, why would someone do that out of spite? You ask yourself. I just don't know why. You know, young George, who's just recently passed away, was a bit of a naughty boy, like I was a bit of a naughty boy. but he didn't warrant that, and no one does certainly warrant that, especially when they've passed away and they're gone. They're not here no more to defend themselves. Sorry about that. That's Bruno going mad in the background. At least he's happy anyway. But yeah, if anyone's listening or watching this podcast and it was you took them flowers, whether you took it out of spite, whether you took it out of revenge, or whether you took it out of you needed it for your own reasons. I really do hope that karma comes to you guys, and in the worst possibly form it can ever come to you. So that's all I'm going to say about that, guys. But yeah, terrible. I've also got other things going on in my direct family. I'm not able to reveal what's going on at the minute, but let's just say it's a very, very sad, horrific thing what's gone on, which happened to my niece, and that's my sister's girl. So I'm not going to mention no names. I'm not going to mention no stories or anything like that until the time is right, guys. But yeah, I've got a few bits and pieces going on with family away from YouTube, and that's why I haven't uploaded much content, but I'm very, very sorry for that, guys, and I will be uploading as much as I can from now on, guys. I just want to pause the video because on the flip side of the coin, I've just ordered a nice new jack for my motocross bike, and I did make one up. I made a stand up out of timber last year, and it's a very, very good sturdy stand. But yeah, lifting the bike on and off of the stand at 54 is hard work. So and I've done that for a couple of years. But yeah, I've just realised that a stand, is the way forward. And it was only £35 on a flash sale from £60. So it just arrived today, but it didn't come with one instruction whatsoever. And there's quite a few pieces to put it together. So I was a little bit shocked there. I'm well pleased with the project, but with the product, but yeah, it didn't come with no instructions, guys. I'll pause the video and I'll show you what it is. So yeah, there's my new motorcycle lift, and Sam will demonstrate with the handle, if you could please, how it goes up and down.
You pull that. Oh. That's right, eh? How'd you do it?
Yeah, push it down.
Right, you do it.
I'll do it. Because it is a motocross bike, guys, and it's saying that, but some women do ride. So this goes up like that, and your bike sits up there. And when you want your bike down, come down. It's as easy as that. Goes up and comes down. And I tell you what, that will. Let me just stop the video. That will help me out endlessly because, as I say, these motocross bikes ain't light. And at my age, 54, with a bit of a bad back, it was a struggle getting that 250 onto a wooden stand, because you had to lift the back wheel right off the ground, probably around 6 inches to get it off the ground. So yeah, it's all good. I'm trying to find out where I can ride, possibly tomorrow, but I'm having a little bit of trouble at the minute. Mill Lane, which is my mate Lee Tolan's track, he's just upgraded the track and put a new layout there, and I think he's put new traffic lights there and a few bits and pieces, but I haven't been there since the new layout's been done. Unfortunately, Mill Lane is closed because the conditions are not too clever and it's wet, and not so much cold, but it's the water. So a lot of tracks are not open. South East, which is in Lewis, that's another local track to me. That's only open Saturday, so that's today. So I've missed that one. But yeah, it seems to me that a lot of motocross tracks close for Christmas, and that is my Christmas when I ride my bike. So I've got to find a motocross track. So if anyone knows in the comments, if anyone's got a field I can ride on in the comments, local to me, let us know, guys. But yeah, going to dedicate this video out to my Auntie Margaret, and I hope you're in a better mood, Margaret, and I hope you feel much better after coming around seeing me and letting me know what went on around the cemetery. Going back to that, I mean, what a despicable crime. Do you know, I heard about things like that years ago, like people stealing wreaths and people stealing flowers off of graves. It's the lowest of the low. It really is. I mean, how low can you get? Can you get any lower than that? Nicking off of the dead, you know. These people that do this, they can't have any conscience whatsoever, because, you know, I was a thief back in the day, but I tell you something now, even I've got a conscience of the things what I was doing, and that was armed robberies. But I can't imagine how these people rest and sleep at night and, you know, get on with their day, and knowing that they've robbed off of a dead person, and they're causing so much upset, right, running up till Christmas too. What a nice thing, what a horrible thing to do. Saying nice out of sarcasm. What an horrible thing to do, guys. But yeah, thanks for watching my content, guys. I'll be uploading some more in a bit. Whatever you're doing, stay safe. Have a great weekend. Peace.